So we are going to start today with the beginner's introductory moves. Our very first yoga class. So we've got Danny here today helping us. And we are going to start by just lying on the floor and relaxing. And we call this rest pose. So the palms are turned upwards, the legs are relaxed. The breath is just your normal breath. Your head can turn left or right or come to the center, wherever you feel comfortable. And our rest pose is not really for resting, but what it is for in Meridian Yoga is to feel how it does feel for your body when you first start the class. And then noticing if there are changes as we go through the different moves. And seeing if your body feels different. So while you're lying there on the floor, what can you feel? And you can talk. So do you feel your legs? Do they feel even?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. And you can feel your hips and your lower back. What about your shoulders?
I can feel my scapula on the floor.
Yeah. And do you feel comfortable with your hands open and turned up?
Yes, I do.
These are all the questions that you want to ask yourself. What about your head? Does it feel calm? Does it feel even? Does it want to tilt one way or the other?
Well, it wants to tilt to the right. Feels a bit like it wants to go that way.
Yeah, well, just let it go that way and just notice it. And you just lie there and you're just doing a little inventory with yourself and noticing how your body feels. So the first thing we're going to look at is a few of the basics. So we will start by bending the knees. And what we want is what we call a neutral pelvis position. So if you place the heel of your hand on your hip bone and your fingers to your pubic bone, just roll your lower back down and let the pubic bone lift. Good. And then go the other way. So just keep rolling from the front to the back and start to feel your back and where is your pelvis. So our spine has a natural curve, and in say about 80% of the postures, we want our spine to have that natural curve, which means that when you're laying on your back like that, your fingertips and the heel of your hands are level. So again, just move it back a little bit and see, where does your spine naturally sit? Do you want to roll backwards with the pubic bone up, or do you want to roll forward and let the pubic bone drop down? When you come to a middle position, as I said, the hands are level and the pubic bone and the hip bones are level. So you could push your pubic bone down a little bit. That's it. So you'll notice that when Danny did that, her lower back's lifted slightly off the floor, which is really nice. So now take your right hand and just see if you can reach it in and under your lower back. Good. And you should be able to fit your hand under your lower back if your spine is in a neutral position. So the next thing that once we've got a neutral spine that we're going to learn how to do is how to engage the pelvic floor, which is not just up through the perineum, it also involves engaging the obliques. So placing fingers just on the inside of your hip bone. Yep, you can rest the hand on the side of your body and just feel into the side. Yeah, and that's where your obliques are. So when we lift and draw the pelvic floor up, we have to then also tighten the obliques to hold it there. So we're going to start with an in-breath. So breathing in and now tightening and drawing the pelvic floor up. So it's that feeling of gently squeezing and lifting, tightening up through the anus, and then pulling the oblique. So imagine you're closing from your hip bones in towards the center of your belly button. And then breathe out. Take another breath in. It's easier to do on a breath in. Big breath in. Now drawing it so we're like a T. So we're going to lift up the leg of the T And then the hip bones come across and towards the center line. And if you feel into the belly, it should be nice and tight into those obliques. Does that feel tight? Good. And then relax again. This time we're going to hold it. So you just need to practice. We're doing 3 of them. So as you take a breath in, draw and lift up through the pelvic floor. So that feeling like if you didn't want to fart in public, you're going to squeeze your bottom super tight, squeeze whatever other anatomy you have, and then breathe out now and tighten in through the obliques. Now keep it switched on and do 3 more breaths. So keeping it tight, just breathing in and breathing out. So you can see with Danny that her breath, we want it to just come down to the belly button. If it comes any lower, then we lose our concentration and our focus on holding the pelvic floor nice and tight. And this does take a lot of practice, especially to engage the pelvic floor through all of your yoga moves. And then relax. Good. And she managed that really nicely. So we're now going to feel the breath. So placing the heel of the hand onto the sides of your ribs. Right at the base of the ribs, and that's where the diaphragm attaches. And on a normal breath, when you breathe in, the diaphragm will go downwards to the belly. But more importantly, we want to feel that as you breathe in and out, especially as you breathe in, you will feel the ribs expand laterally into the heel of the hand. And then as you breathe out, you can even put a little bit of pressure with your hands and pull the ribs in. Good. And now just focus the breath not to go to your pubic bone, but just to go to your belly button. The breath in, draw the breath down. That's plenty. And then breathe out, pulling it in. And at this point of your yoga career, being a beginner, you can just breathe in and out through the nose. So you can just breathe in, feel the belly lift, feel the ribs expand, breathe out, pulling the belly in, pulling the ribs in. And we'll do 1 more. Lovely breath in through the nose. And then breathing out. And relaxing. Beautifully done. Nice. So we're going to combine the 2 now. So the breath laterally and the pelvic floor. So we take a breath in. Nope. Stop, breathe out. So what you noticed is Danny was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to do 2 things. And she started thinking and the breath went up towards her chest and her face. So take another breath in and draw it down. That's better. Hold that breath in, tighten the pelvic floor. So draw and lift it up. Pull the belly in, the lower belly in, and pull the hip bones towards the center line. And then breathe out and use the heels of the hands and push the ribs in. So now you can feel the upper obliques and the lower obliques. Breath in again. Keep the pelvic floor switched on. More lateral breath. And now breathe out. Pulling in, tightening that pelvic floor even more. Keeping that spine neutral. Pubic bone down a little bit more. 1 more breath for me. Inhaling. Lovely. And exhaling. And then stop and relax and shake your arms and your legs. It takes so much concentration. It's exhausting. So we're not going to do any more. You can just keep practicing that over and over. So we're going to do one of our most basic moves now, which we call knees to the side. So we do start lying on the back, spine's in a neutral position. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the head and just really spread your shoulders out wide and push down through the elbows. What you will have noticed when Danny did that was her ribs popped up. All right, so just going to just focus on pulling those ribs back down and now bending the knees, bringing the legs right together, knees together, feet together, and the spine is neutral. So a little bit down through that pubic bone. Beautifully done. Taking the breath in, tightening the pelvic floor, and now breathing out, squeezing both knees together and gently taking them to the left. Feet stay together, thighs stay together. Just go to where you're comfortable. Breath in, back to the middle, ribs expand, ribs are down. And now breathe it out slow, slow. Roll them over, don't go too far. Inhale, bring it up. Keep that pelvic floor switched on. And now exhale, take them over again to the left. Stretch it out from the elbow. Inhale, bringing it back and up. And exhale, and again, squeeze those knees, drop it over. Inhale, bring it back and up. We're going to do 6 more, a little bit quicker now. And over we go. 1, shoulders stay still on the mat. 2, nicely done. Breathe it out. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and back to the middle. Lovely. We're going to move into the second knees to the side now. So we're going to lift just one leg at a time, not both together. So lift one leg to a right angle. Notice that the knee is over the hip and the toes are pulled back. And then I'm going to lift the second knee to match it. And that's the safest way for a beginner to get into that position. Notice now that there's a little more load on your belly when you do this. So pull the tummy in super tight and try and get the belly to push the lower back to the floor. Taking a breath to the belly in, and now breathe out, squeezing the knees together. Drop both knees over to the side. Don't go too far, just go a little bit. Breathe in, bring them back to the center, and then breathe it out, over they go to the other side. Inhale back to the center, feeling your body. Big breath out, drop them over. You can go a little bit further. Nicely done. Inhale back up. Exhale and over they go again. Inhale back up. One more slow to each side. Knees stay over the hips. Breathe it in and up. And breathe it out and over. Inhale back up. And then we'll do 6 more. So it's not important to touch the floor. What is important is that you keep those knees and ankles together and that you stay at a right angle. So the knees are in line with the bottom. You could almost drop your knees away a little bit. That's a better position. Much better. Let's do another 2. That's a better position, yeah? Open them out, 1 more, and open. Back up, and relax and drop the feet down. Nicely done. And once they come in too close, again, that pubic bone lifts up and you can't keep the core muscles engaged. So we're going to do number 3 now, of our knees to the side. So we'll again start in position 2, so lifting one leg up and then the other leg. Good, pulling those toes back, taking a breath in, tightening the pelvic floor, and now breathe out, just gently squeeze the knees in towards your chest, and notice the tailbone will lift up a little bit. Hold it there, take another breath in, and now breathe out, pull them in even a little closer. See if you can get that. That's nice. That's perfect. Holding it. Breath in. And now we're right into the pelvic floor. Keep it tight and just drop a tiny little way as you breathe out with the knees to the side. That's enough. Inhale back up. Lift more. Tailbone up. Yes. And then drop it over again to this side. Squeeze your bottom. Inhale back and up. Beautiful. Lift on that middle breath. Tighten. And then release. Feel your obliques working. Breathe it in, lift, and breathe it out. We're aiming to get the knees in towards the armpit and the elbow. 1 more to each side. Lift the tailbone, pull them in a bit closer. Inhale back up. It's beautiful, Danny. And 1 more, pull them in towards the armpit. Very nice. Inhale back up. And then relax and place the feet back down on the mat. Good. Shake out your arms and your legs. Feel your rest pose. And I can see that Danny's shoulders actually look a little more relaxed now. Feet are also a little more relaxed. They're dropping out a bit further to the sides. So we're going to do our first leg lift now. So turning the palms down onto the mat beside you, rolling the shoulders back into the floor, making the neck nice and long, chin is down. Now bring the legs together. And we're into traction now, so we pull the toes back and push the heels away towards the floor. Walk your fingers a little closer. Yes, see how that lengthens you through the neck? Nice. Tuck the chin down, push the back of your neck into the floor. Beautifully done. Toes are back, shoulders are down, chin is down. Take the beautiful big breath into the belly. Tighten up the pelvic floor. And now as you breathe out, squeeze and lift your right leg. And just lift it till you feel the tightness. Inhale back down. Exhale, try the left leg. You might not lift it so high, but make sure it's nice and straight. Breathe in as you bring it down. And breathe out as you lift the leg. So it's stretching and releasing the back of the thigh. Inhale and down. Exhale and lift. Inhale and down. And exhale and lift. Inhale down. Now keep that going for me. And what I want you to notice is that the leg going up in the air doesn't matter how high it goes, but what is important is the leg on the floor stays pushing down, the palms stay pushing down, and there is no movement in the body. Pull the tummy in when you breathe out and lift. And we can go a little bit quicker, and we'll do 3 more. That's 1, 2, 3. And relax. Just takes the tension out of the back of the legs before we want to work them. So most basic leg lower. So stretching the arms out to the side, pushing down on the palms, engaging through the core, so tightening up through that T-zone, taking the breath in, pelvic floor is lovely and tight. Now breathe out, just lifting your right leg to a right angle and then lifting the left leg to match it. Nicely done. Taking a nice breath into the belly, ribs expanding, and now pushing out to 45 degrees with the right leg and just stretching, engaging the bottom cheek. Breathe in, bring it in, knees come together, and then breathing out and pushing it out through the left leg. Inhale back and in, and then just keep that going, just feeling you can stretch through the heel. Inhale and in, exhale as you push through the heel. That is the position, 45 degrees, where the core muscles start to get the strength building. If you're feeling comfortable with there, you can start to take the leg out to 45 and down to the floor. And then breath in and back. Other leg, breathe it out and lower. Inhale back in and to 45 and lower. Inhale in and 1 more. Stay there. Beautiful. Let's go a little bit harder. So make both legs straight up in the air. Nicely done. Breath in. Breath out, right leg goes down to just above the floor. Inhale back and up. And left leg down it goes. Inhale back together, snap them in. And take the right leg down. And I want you just to hold it there. Now really squeeze your bottom cheek. That's nice, so that the leg is just off the floor and you can see the bottom's engaged. Inhale back up. Not the quad. Let's try that on the other leg. Take it down, push out, squeeze your bottom cheek super tight. Inhale back up, and we'll do 6 more. and squeeze and lift, and squeeze and lift. Now don't go too fast. Give yourself time to feel it. You can tell your brain to tell your buttock to work, reminding yourself of keeping the pelvis nice and neutral, of the legs so activated, pelvic floor is active. One more to each leg. Beautifully done, Danny. And last one. And back. And bend the knees. And gently place them back down on the floor. Nice. Going for a double leg lift now. So arms are staying out to the side. And lifting the right leg and then the left leg until your legs are sitting comfortably at the right angle. Take a moment just to check that you have got your breath down deep into the belly, pelvic floor active. So take a nice breath in and now breathe out. Push both legs out to 45 degrees. And then inhale back and in. You'll notice your tummy might want to lift up a little bit. Pull the tummy in and push the lower back down into the mat. That's nice. Inhale back up. And that's a great place to start. Just touching the spot. Touch it there and go, oh yes, my tummy's working. If that feels okay, you can push out to 45 degrees and lower down to the floor. And inhale, bring them back up and bring them in. And again, push to 45, lower, inhale back up, keep the lower back down, and one more, 45 degrees, lower it down, and inhale back up, and relax the feet down to the floor. Nicely done. So toes are pulled back, taking a breath in, and now a big breath out and lift two legs up in the air. Nice and straight, control, hold it there, take a breath in, and exhale, super slow, lower those legs down. Super, super slow. Keep the upper body still. And then big breath in, up they come. And again, no rocking through the body. Make the muscles do the work. It's not like a seesaw. Control. Breath in. That was a better move. And another slow one. That was a much better lift. It's the in breath where we're putting power into the body. So important to focus on the in breath, not just the out breath. That's better. Let's do 4 more, a little bit quicker now. Try not to rock. Push long through those legs. And if it's getting too hard, you can always go back and do the bent knee option. The last one, lower them down and hold them just there and then relax. Nice, you can bring your arms down. A little rest. Big change. That was good. So the most basic hip lift that we're going to do now, we're going to bend the knees. And we'll have our feet as wide as our hips. And you can bring them in as close as you can comfortably get them. Turn the palms down. Shoulders stay nice and still. Take the breath into the belly, tighten the pelvic floor. And now as you breathe out, I want you to roll and lift through the tailbone. Pull the tummy in, lower back, middle back, upper back. Stay up there, take a breath in. Lift up higher. And now breathe out, roll down, upper back, middle back. Kidneys hit the floor. And now pull right down, tailbone, pelvis neutral. Breath in. And again, roll it, breathe it out. So we're doing a breath out as we lift and a breath out as we come down. Pushing your hips towards your knees, not towards your face. Stay up there, breathe in. And now the same, roll down, upper back, middle back, kidneys hit the floor, sacrum, and finish it with the tailbone down. Lovely. Breath in. And 2 more. Breathe it out. Slide and lift. Beautiful on the back, the smooth. Deep breath in and roll it down. You can feel each vertebrae. But finish the move, neutral spine. Last one, breath in and breath out. Hips go up. Push, 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 push towards the knees. That's better. Breathe in and roll down. Tummy in, tailbone down. Beautiful, and then relax. Nicely done, very nicely done. It's the safest hip lift to teach a beginner. You're teaching them breathing, you're teaching them traction, teaching them to feel their spine. Yeah, so you didn't want to push your tailbone down. But when you did, it was like, oh my God, that's where I started. Yeah, so it was really good. So straight leg, hip lift. Then bring the legs right together and pull the toes back. Interlace the fingers up in behind the head. Make sure the fingers are actually locked together. Yeah. And spread your shoulders out nice and wide, feeling the back of the arm push into the mat. Ribs engaged, spine is in a neutral position. Breath to the belly, tighten the pelvic floor. And now breathe out, squeeze through the back side and the legs and just gently lift the bottom off the floor. Inhale back and down, don't collapse to the floor, control it. And exhale, and again, tummy pulls in as we breathe out, tummy in, tummy in, tummy in. Inhale back down, toes back, 2 more, beautifully done. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Straight long legs, don't let the knees bend. Inhale back down, big toes are together. And 1 more. Bottom lifts, lift, 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 tummy in. And inhale back and down. And then just relax, hands come down. When you first start, you might even feel like your bottom's not even off the floor. As long as you feel those bottom cheeks squeezing, if you're lifting it off the floor, just the height of a piece of paper, that's plenty. Better that you do it slowly with length and traction rather than bend your knees and try and use your hip flexors to lift. So starting in a tabletop position, the knees are together, the feet are together, the heels are together. The back is flat. So we're going to start, because this is a lovely way to explore the pelvic floor again. And just feel that you can press a little bit on the tops of your toes and make the weight light on the knees, just light. And you will feel your tummy engage. Back is long and flat, shoulder blades are opening outwards. So you can feel your belly. Yeah, good. Now take a breath in, arch the back up, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. And then breathe it out, keep the belly pulled in as you drop down through the back, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And then breathing in, lifting and arching the back. And breathing it out and letting it drop. Now what you'll feel is when you drop down, you'll want to let your tummy sink. Keep that tummy engaged as you come down. 2 more, inhaling, arching the back up, tailbone under, exhaling and down. Feel for the whole spine, chin, neck, upper back, lower back. Inhale and lift. And don't just push through the shoulder, push the whole spine to the ceiling. And last one, tummy pulls in. And gently drop it down. And then bring it back to the center. Nice. Relax the mid back. Good, now staying there, I'm going to take the right arm out in front. Nice. Just relax that shoulder down a little bit so you're level. Good. Lift the arm though, drop the shoulder. That's it. Hold it there and now gently lift your left leg. Stretch it out behind you. Beautiful. Drop the left hip down. Back is flat. And just hold it there. And again, you'll feel that belly starting to work nice and strong. Good. And then relaxing back to the mat. And let's have a look at your other side. So lift the arm and lift the leg. Hips stay level. We don't want to. Go on, let it lift up for me. Lift up. We don't want to roll to the side. Keep the hips level. Make the buttock do the work. Nice and flat. Tummy is in. That's it. Hold it there. Lift the leg a little more. Make the buttock work. Tummy in. Better. Hold and breathe. And then relax and bring it back and down. Nicely done. All right, take the hands out in front of you and make them as wide as the mat. And now gently arch your back up a little bit. Just a little bit, and now stretch back with the heels or the bottom towards the heels. Thinking length, not forcing down through the shoulder joint, thinking that nice length in the spine. And just holding it there and breathing. Beautiful, bring it back and up. And then just drop it forward, let the hips sink down, squeeze the bottom, and just let them sink. Lovely. And then bringing it back and up. Arching up a little bit through the upper back, going for the stretch in the spine. Just reaching it back. Beautiful. And then just bringing it forward, shoulders down, shoulders back. And let the hips drop. Squeeze the bottom, heels squeeze. That's better. Inhale, one more. Bring them back. Lengthen your body. And exhale. Shoulders down and back. Chin comes up. Bottom's tight. Heels are together. And back onto the knees to tabletop position. Starting in a tabletop position, bring the knees out to the same width as the hands, the knees, and the feet. Tuck the toes in and under. Now feel your fingers push onto the mat and make it light in the heels. Lean back with the bottom coming towards your heels to start with so the weight comes off the wrist, even further. That's better. Relax your head. Nice. Keep the weight pushing on the fingers, not in the heel of the hand. And now gently lift the knees a little bit off the floor, keeping them and a bit more, and pushing back through the shoulders and stretching out through the back of those legs. We're just going to breathe in that position. So big breath in. And a big breath out, pulling the tummy in. Forward and again, breathing in and breathing out, pushing down through the heel, pushing up through the seat bones. Head is in a neutral position. Nice. Fingers are working hard, not taking all the weight onto the heel of the hands. 2 more breaths for me. Ribs pulled in. And breathe it out. And 1 more, breathing in and breathe out. And then gently bending the knees. Drop it back to tabletop position. And feet come together, knees go wide, and dropping back into a child pose. So you can rest your head on your fingers, or you can stretch the arms out long, as long as you're comfortable. As long as you feel that you are comfortable in that position. So sitting on the bottom into an L sit, nice and tall, pulling up through the head, pulling out through the heels, bending your left leg. Bring the foot to the knee, let the leg drop out to the side. Good. And we're going to bring the opposite arm to the knee, around towards the knee, and the other hand behind your back. Head stays over your bottom, so hold yourself up with your spine. Take a breath in, and now breathe out. Open the chest, pull back through the shoulder, push against the knee and turn and look over your shoulder. Stay there, breathe in. And now breathe out and turn a little further. Push the knee down and push and turn. That's nice. Can you roll your left shoulder back even more? Good. All right, now sometimes you feel a little bit, sometimes like we're a little bit close in here. So sometimes I get my beginners just to take that backhand a bit further away from their body. All right, just give them a little more room, and your hand should be right in line with your bottom crack. Nice. Does that feel like you've got more room? And it's looking like you can open your shoulder more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crowded.
Yeah. So open that shoulder and push against the knee. That's it. And turn a little more. Nicely done. And then breathe in, bring it back to the middle. Good. So an effective twist, your shoulder should be in line with your straight leg. So let's try the other side. Hips stay square. Yeah. So bring that hand right over to the knee. That's it. Right hand behind your bottom crack. Yeah. And twist and push against that knee to turn your shoulders. And you can even reach your left hand down to the top of your thigh. Not that top. Yeah, there. No. Here, have a look. It's here, you're on your thigh. So there, and turn. All right, so come back to the middle, and we'll do that again. Okay. So it makes you, when you go here, this shoulder comes up. Yeah, and then you can't open it. So you want to come around and get the length down, and then you can get more push on your palm to turn you. Okay. So our most basic twist, starting in an L sit, pulling up nice and tall through the top of the head. And we're going to bend the left knee, bringing the sole of the foot to the inside of the knee, and just let your leg flop down to the side. Beautifully done. Your hips don't move at all, you're just bending one leg. Now bring the opposite arm around to that knee. That's it. And take the other hand behind your back. And just sitting there for a moment. Toes back on your straight leg, pointing to the ceiling. Beautiful. Turn and look over your shoulder. Take a breath in. And now breathe out and open the shoulders and turn. Push against that knee and get a little more twist. That's nice. Breathe in, sit up a bit straighter. Head stays over your bottom. And now breathe out and turn. Nice standing. Look over your shoulder further. And one more. Breath in. And breath out and turn. And then inhale, bring it back to the middle. Change sides. Don't lean back onto that hand. Lift up with your spine. Let the hand just turn you. That is better. Now your head's over your bottom. Now twist. Beautiful. Really nice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull the tummy in. Twist further. Does it feel different for you? You're actually straight. Yeah, it does. It's the arm just helps you turn it. It's not what you lean on. Breathe in and breathe out and turn. And that's an effective twist. Your shoulders are now in alignment with your neck. Really good. Inhale back and relax. Much better. Especially, you can bring it in close, but you've got to remember, spinal twist, always your head's got to stay over your bottom. you can't get an effective spinal twist back here.
Mm.
Okay, it changes where the twist goes. It's
Yeah.
not the whole twist. Right, so we'll do a simple one. Right, so twist number 2, again, we sit in an L sit, nice and tall. And we're going to bring our left leg over the top of our right one and cross it over. Now just sit back and lean on your hands. All right, have a look at where your knee is. Take a breath in. Now breathe out. Squeeze that knee across over the top of your straight leg. Your tummy muscles work, feel your inner thigh work. Right, so what's important in this twist is we don't use the arms to reach the leg across. We use our belly and our core. So now bring your right arm over the top of your left knee. That's it. And your left hand around right in line with your bottom. Make your spine lift you up straight and tall. And now as you breathe out, gently open through the shoulder. Pull in through the belly to get that knee to cross. Your inner thighs should feel like they're working. Take your right hand up towards the ceiling. Right here. Oh, well, that's better. And now turn. All right. So when you are out here, you're not in alignment, are you? So a liver twist, everything has to line up. Have to be super accurate. So I've got knee over knee. I've got elbow over knee, shoulder over knee, hand over knee. You see everything's in alignment. So you got to push that leg over further. Right. So if you straighten this arm, that should just slide down. Yeah, not with like this. Yeah. Now you're getting it into the right position.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And now you're leaning on your back hand again though. All right, so go back to the beginning. Okay.
Yep.
And yes, there's just the little things that we get lazy with. And it's good to go back to the beginning and go, oh, what have I lost? Oh, I just know how to do that, but then we don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
You're driving car.
So twist number 2, sitting again in an L sit, so nice and long and tall, head is over the bottom. We're going to bring our right leg up and over the top of our left leg. And in big toe, push down on that big toe. Now, I like to start by just laying back onto both hands. Good. Lift your chest a bit and use your tummy muscles to pull that knee across the top of the thigh. And I can see your belly starting to activate as you pull the knee across. If you look down, is your knee over the top of the straight leg? Yeah, good. So squeeze it a tiny little bit more. That's nice. Now opposite elbow is going to go in and across. And again, we want everything to line up. So your right hand is behind your bottom crack. Lovely. Lift up and hold yourself with the spine. And now turn your head to the right and look over your shoulder. Push hard against your knee. Pull your knee in hard against your inner thighs. Slow your breath down. Lift through the spine. Turn through the shoulder. Perfect. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then bring it back to the center. And shake it out. Let's try the other side. Foot is close. Use your belly to engage it. Sit up straight and tall. Lighten the back hand. Push a little bit with the arm against the knee. Get it to cross. And now open and turn. Open your chest. Look over your shoulder. Turn a bit more. That's nice. And turn a bit more. Push that knee across the top a bit further. Nicely done. And relax. And unwind. Have a little lie down. Back to your rest pose. See how it feels now. Sides are very different in that twist, aren't they? Your left shoulder's opening up better than your right one.
Go figure.
Go figure. You know, you're actually activating those back muscles, all that shoulder back better, which was good. All right, on your tummy, we'll just do 2 more, do a little prone, baby prone. Starting laying prone on the mat, then bring the fingers up and under the forehead. But chin down, make again your neck nice and long, legs are together. And just again, stretch out, make yourself as long as you possibly can. We want to feel the moves in the back, so nice and slow. Not going for massive height, but going for the length. When I'm breathing and I'm lying on my tummy, I can still engage the pelvic floor. I can still pull the belly in and up off the ground. So we'll start by engaging that core. The T-zone is active. You will need to really use the lateral breath in this position. So take a breath in and now breathe out. Gently lift, not super high, just go long. Lift your right leg. Just lift it long and straight. And inhale back and down. And then the left leg, long and straight. Inhale back. And right leg, just lifting it further away and long. And down. And left leg. And lift. And down. And feel for that stretch in the hip. Let's do 4 more. That's 1. And 2. Yes, resist the temptation to let your hips lift. Just lift the leg and down and lift the leg. Really nice. 1 more to each leg. Right leg is long and left leg and back and down. Beautifully done. Bring the palms now down beside you. Straighten your wrists. Other way. No, palms stay down, but your wrist does that. So bring your thumb out. Better. Okay. So laying in a prone position with the palms on the mat beside you, arms are long. And we're just going to start by squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. Lovely, feeling them pulled in towards the spine and down towards your backside. Breathe in now and lift the head. Keep the chin tucked under. Lift it a little higher. That's it. Feel the upper back engage. Holding it there and just breathing. Big breath in. Big breath out. And as you're there, feeling the upper back work, squeeze shoulder blades further back. Just lifting a little bit more. The back of the neck is long. Just holding and breathing. Nicely done. Now staying there, breath in. And now breathe out, gently squeeze and lift the legs. Don't need to go high, just long. And just feel the breath flowing in and out of you. Legs are long and lifting. Shoulders are squeezing. Chin is tucked, extending through the crown of the head. And then gently coming back to the mat. And you can let the head turn, you can bring the hands up. Palms to